my students ate it up. One kid, child after my own heart, brought a potato. One of my all-time favorite books is Thelma the Unicorn. Finally used our library, which they were so excited about. So you guys are getting 2 of my favorite lessons in this video. Hey there friends, it's Kate and welcome back to my channel, Golden State Educate. So if you're new here, hi, my name is Kate and I am a second grade teacher here in Northern California, and we just finished our 4th day of school. So if you didn't already watch my first few days of school vlog, I vlogged our first 3 days because we started on a Wednesday. So I posted that vlog already. You can go check that out. I'll have it linked above and down below as well. But today is Monday, so we are jumping into the first full week of school. And I'm happy to report that we had another amazing day today. I don't want to sugarcoat it because I know that's annoying to listen to, especially if you are having a rough start to the year, but honestly, my 2nd graders are amazing. I love them so much. So yeah, all is well. All is going very well so far. So we had our first Monday today and our second full day, and it was good. We honestly had a lot to do. I had our whole schedule just like I did last week. So everything was pretty much time blocked and we honestly got to everything. There was a good chunk of time where we were just doing assessments today. Pretty much from recess until lunch, we were just doing assessments. So not super interesting, but I do want to give you the highlights of some things that I introduced today, some things that we're starting today that we will be doing throughout the week. And then I can just keep you guys posted on that. So for morning meeting, we had this squishy ball, which they were very excited about because they saw it near my teacher chair the first few days. So we just did a greeting with the ball. We passed it to the person next to us and said good morning to them. And then we just practiced it one time, just throwing it around the circle and then saying the person's name as they caught it. So that was great. And then we started our All About Me bags. So I'll have this linked down below. It's just a freebie, I'm pretty sure, on TPT, but I wanted to do these All About Me bags. So on the first day of school, I gave everyone a brown paper bag and the directions, and they were to fill it with 5 things that symbolized them or 5 things that were important to them. We did a whole brainstorm of things that they could put in it, and then they had the whole 3 days and then the weekend to think about what they wanted to put. So they filled up their bags, everyone brought them today, and then I'm gonna have 3 people share every day using the sentence stem. The first thing I brought was blank, it symbolizes me because blank. And then the second thing I brought was blank, it symbolizes me or it's important to me because blank. Did 3 kids today, and then we're gonna do 3 kids every single day this week. We might have to do a few more on Friday just to get everyone done, but they loved this. This was super great, and it was just nice to get to know kids in a different way depending on what the things that they brought. So that was great. We jumped into math. This was our first day really doing math. I just did a little review lesson from 1st grade about number bonds, building on the making 10 that we did last week. So we did this, and then as a little early finisher, I just had this color by numbers page. If I can find this, I'll have it linked down below, but a lot of these things I do get from my team teachers, so I don't have the links to everything, but if I do have it, I will link it. And then after recess, we had such a fun time, you guys. I will definitely have this resource linked down below because it was awesome. This was the first lesson that we did from this resource, and my students ate it up. So because we haven't actually started reading groups yet, I still wanted us to have some kind of reading activity that connects to our standards, and I found this awesome bundle on TPT. So it is a whole month, or it is a whole year of interactive read alouds. So the first one that we did was the book with no pictures. And I think the key to this book is you need to sell it. So I was going crazy. I was super animated. The kids were rolling on the floor laughing. It was hilarious. So this was just a really good book to show that just because there aren't pictures doesn't mean the book can't be funny and interesting. And then we talked about voice and tone and how it's important to, create interest in your story. So it was really great. There were a bunch of talking points So that is what all the sticky notes are for. I went through before and left the sticky notes, and then I just had this in my lap. So we would talk about all the important parts, and then they would do partner talk. And then I called on a couple people to share what their partner said. So I told them it was very important to listen to what your partner is saying, because when I call on you, I don't want to hear what you said. I want to know that you were listening to your partner. So they loved this. And then for the work afterwards, this took about probably like 15 minutes to do the read aloud and the questions, and then we did about 15 minutes of the activity. So it says, what are some examples that the author puts in his story to keep you entertained? So they just drew a picture of what the author did, and then we wrote a little sentence, but this was so cute. They turned out so well. This was really great. The bundle, I believe, comes with like between 4 and 7 maybe different read alouds per month. So I definitely want to do probably one a week, or at least get them in whenever I can. And then after recess, we finally used our library, which they were so excited about. So we made this little anchor chart. I made one with them, but this is like the better looking one that I wanted to hang in my library, because this is probably going to be here for quite a long time. But we just talked about the steps to choose a book. So I choose a book. Purpose, why do I want to read this book? Interest, does it seem interesting? Comprehension, do I remember and understand what I'm reading? And know, which is I know most of the words. So this was really great. And then I took out a bunch of the bins. Like I put all of these on this desk, so that way everyone had like plenty of space. We weren't all shoving to get into the library at the same time. And you guys, I can't even tell you how good this part of our day was. So it was amazing. I gave all the kids the opportunity to choose 3 books using the I pick method. So they kind of chose some, and then I saw them kind of putting some back, like, ooh, this one maybe is a little bit too hard for me. A lot of kids just like went straight for the chapter books that like they might not be at the level to fully read those yet. So we just talked about how it was super important. I gave them about 15 minutes to look at books, choose books, and then we practiced our reading stamina challenge, which I'll probably talk about later on in this video, just because this is a lot of talking for the first day. So we did our reading stamina challenge. We were able to silently read for a total of 2 minutes. I was so impressed because not only did the library look just like this is how they put it away, but they were so gentle, so responsible with their books. The ones that they chose to keep for reading for the rest of the week, they put in their mailboxes, and then the books that they weren't interested in, they just put them back in the correct bin. And I was over the moon with how well our reading time went. Good morning, friends. Happy Tuesday. So the good news is I got here a lot earlier than I did yesterday, and I slept a lot more last night than I did the night before. So I'm looking forward to another awesome day. We have another jam-packed day, but I'm excited about it. So I'm going to show you what we're doing. I just made an anchor chart this morning. Honestly, it's so annoying. It's only my 2nd year teaching, and I didn't really make too many anchor charts last year. And I just feel like I want them to be really cute, but sometimes they're just not. Sometimes they're just functional. So I actually made this anchor chart yesterday with the kids, and then it was just so ugly. So I made a different one this morning, but I still kind of hate it. But here it is. So we are working on building our reading stamina, because this will be a center for reading groups. So every day we're going to try to double our time that we can stay focused and silently read. So they are going to get to choose a book. Some of them already have their books in their mailboxes. But after math today, we are going to practice our reading stamina. So we did 2 silent minutes yesterday. We're going to try for 4 today. And then hopefully at the end of this week, we'll be able to read for 10 minutes. And then at the end of next week, we'll be able to read for 20 minutes. And then it will be time to start our reading groups. I'm doing a scaffolded approach to reading groups similar to the Daily 5 layout. I'll see if I can link the like paper that I'm following down below. It is not mine. I actually got it from a teacher Facebook group. So people just like shared it out on the Facebook group, so I took it, and then maybe I can share it with you guys. But it's just a staggered rollout for about 3 or 4 weeks. We do have to start reading groups after 2 weeks, so it's like not quite as staggered as I would like it to be. But this week we are learning about all of our technology apps, and then we're also starting our reading stamina, and then next week we will start our writing center and our word work center. So by the time we begin reading groups, there will be 5 centers. There will be with the teacher, there will be silent reading, a tech time, a word work, and also a writing station. So we won't get to do all 5 every single day, but we will do those 5 throughout the week. For our morning greeting, we practiced our ball greetings and greeting people across the circle from us, throwing this to them, saying good morning to them. That went really well. Our sharing for today was these 2 would you rather questions. I talked about these in my last video, so if you haven't seen it, check that out. This is, would you rather live in the sea or in the sky? And then this one was, would you rather be turned into a frog or turned into a bird? And then we did 3 of the All About Me bags, which I talked about yesterday. So it's been really nice just hearing the kids share certain things. It was really funny because one kid, child after my own heart, brought a potato. I told them not to bring food, so that's why he went today, because he whispered, he's like, hey, I brought a potato and I'm worried that it's gonna like get rotten if I don't get to go soon. So he went and he was like, I love potatoes because you can make so many things out of the potatoes, and I just agree. So I thought that was awesome. And then we jumped into math and we played a super fun math game. So before we started, we reviewed our 10 fact families, different ways to make 10, and then I just printed out a bunch of these games. What we did was they would roll their dice, and then depending on what they got, they would move as many as it takes to get 10. So we know that they rolled a 5, and it would take 5 more to get 10, so they would jump to the 5, and then they would be there. They'd roll that one, 2. Okay, so they're at the 5, they got 2. They know that they need 8 to make 10, and then they jump to the 8. So this went really well. We played this in groups of 3. And then we played this honestly for like 15-20 minutes. They really enjoyed this. So I bought this in a bundle, and I'm definitely gonna print out other games from the bundle and introduce those throughout the rest of this week. We had about 10 minutes left when we were done with math. And before we had to go to recess, so we did a little bit of our reading stamina. We did 4 minutes today. So far this is going really well. After lunch, we actually started this yesterday, but I didn't show you guys. So we started our first read aloud of the year, and it is The World According to Humphrey. If you watched my book haul, I'll have that linked above and down below. I first saw these books at a thrift store, and I had never heard of them before, but I'm literally obsessed with Humphrey. He's so cute. And I used to have a hamster that looked exactly like Humphrey when I was in 2nd grade. So I just love it. I'm all for it. They come inside, all the lights are off, and then they take out their clay. These are their notebooks and their writer's response journals. And then in here are their mats. So everyone has a mat. It is honestly just a blue laminated piece of paper, and then everyone gets clay in their little bag. So I turn the lights off, I walk around, read the book, and the kids play with their clay for about 10 to 15 minutes. And they absolutely love that. They were honestly looking forward to it all day today. And the ground rules are basically they can sit and play with their clay, or they can put their head down, and that's it. So there's no drawing, there's no talking. It's just a relaxing time for us to kind of get everything together before we jump into the rest of our day. And then we also did a really fun STEAM challenge. So basically the challenge is every kid gets 8 pieces of pasta. So I just have like literally Safeway brand spaghetti. It was $1.29. And then I also gave them 5 marshmallows. And they were in groups of either 2 or 3. They had 25 minutes to brainstorm how they were going to build the tallest tower. So it was a freestanding tower. It couldn't fall over. They couldn't be holding it. And we just wanted to see how tall it could get. So that took them quite a bit of time. Of course, they all wanted to eat the marshmallows, but they were gross because they were building with them. And then their end of the day treat was we all got to eat 1 fresh marshmallow before we headed out the door. Hello, my friends. Happy Wednesday. I am sitting at my back table right now just doing some planning for next week. I'm just kind of trying to get my schedule all together, but I wanted to catch you up on everything that we've been doing today. So we are still doing assessments today. It is the first full week of school, so we're doing a lot of assessing so that way I can really start rolling out reading groups and math groups next week. So we're just kind of putting a pause on actually doing our math lessons at this point, and I really just went full force on having review from first grade and also playing some more games. So I did introduce a new game today. I will show you what that was, and then we're also going to do one of my all-time favorite lessons with one of my all-time favorite books, so I'm going to show you what that looks like as well. I'm also pretty obsessed with my outfit today. It's just really cute and comfy. So I wore this shirt in one of my setup videos, so I got a lot of questions about it. It's from East Nash Teacher on Instagram, and she also has a website, so if I can find it, I'll have that link down below. I'm pretty sure it was on clearance, so I'm not sure if she still has it, but a really cute shirt, and I like how it's neutral but also kind of these fun pops of colors over here. My jeans are just these mom jeans from Madewell, and then these white sandals that honestly I need to get a new pair because I literally wear them all the time. This is just what it's looking like. We did work more on our reading stamina today. So we are at 6 minutes today. We're staying focused and it's going actually really well. So our review lesson today was just on place value in the ones and the tens place. I gave them an exit ticket yesterday, and so many of them did a little bit less than great on the place value ones for addition and subtraction. So we just talked about a visual of what place value is. I printed out a bunch of these on TPT. It's a freebie. I'll have it linked down below. But it is the hundreds, tens, and ones place on one side, and then the tens and ones on the other side. So we used these with our 10 sticks and ones, and then we just did some quick fluency problems with these. So I'd be show me what number 5 tens and 7 ones would look like. So they would make 57. I would walk around, and this went really well. We did the little review lesson, and then we did the whole group fluency, and then I introduced a new place value game. So here it is. It's just on the back side of this game that we learned the other day, and I am just loving these little protector thingies, these little page protectors. So again, all you need is chips and a dice, and you will just start on the first, on the start. Play this in groups of 2 or 3. So they would roll it, they would count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then they would have to try to find the number that has an 8 in a tens place and a 1 in the ones place. So that would be 81. They would cover it up, and then the next person would go. If you land on a backpack, you skip a turn, and if you land on, let's say someone else landed on 81, well, they skip their turn because that one is already taken. So they just kept going around, and then the way that you win is the very last person. Let's say all of these are covered, and finally someone lands on a 1 in the tens place and a 3 in the ones place. If someone finally lands on it, they can cover it up and they are the winner. So this took us a while. They were a little bit confused at first, but then once they actually started playing it, they really did like it. So I had them play 2 full rounds of this, and then if they wanted to, they can continue going, or they could do a review of this game. And then we started the first part of this little lesson, and then when they come back from PE, we're going to do the writing part. So one of my all-time favorite books is Thelma the Unicorn. I'm pretty sure I talked about this in a vlog at some point, but we didn't do the whole lesson with Kinder. I just read the book to them because my class was literally obsessed with unicorns. And it's just a really cute story. Basically, there is a pony named Thelma, and she wants to become a unicorn, and then a series of events occur, and she does become a unicorn, but then she finds out that maybe the life of fame and the unicorn life is just not for her, and she is special just the way that she is. Introduced the lesson with, I had them discuss what unique is, what does it mean to be unique, and how are you unique. And then I had a couple of stopping points throughout the book for them to turn and talk. And then we had to go to PE. And then when we come back, we're just going to be doing this little I am unique writing. So they already brainstormed when they did their partner talk. So I'm really liking doing that in second grade, kind of having them think about something and then connecting it back later on. So they kind of already brainstormed it. And then they can draw a picture of what makes them unique. And then we'll probably do a couple sentences just to explain our picture. So that is just what we're doing for the end of the day today. I think that'll be it. Tomorrow is back to school night, so I'm probably just gonna spend the whole time after school today just making my slideshow. We are having a virtual back to school night, which is kind of cool because it's a lot less stressful. I still have yet to have an in-person back to school night, which I am looking forward to the day that that finally comes, but for now it's kind of stress-free by just having it on Zoom. And I'm excited to talk to my parents. I've noticed that the parents of my second graders are way more hands-off than the parents of my kindergartners. I communicated with my kindergarten parents like multiple times a week, some of them even every single day. And these parents, I think I've only heard from or seen like 7 of them. So I'm enjoying that. I'm enjoying them just trusting me and just everything going very well. So I am excited to talk to them about second grade and talk to them just about what we've been doing and how I'm loving their child. So that'll go well. Hello, sweet friends. Happy Friday. So yesterday was obviously Thursday, and I just didn't have a free moment to pick up the camera. Unfortunately, I was like kind of running late to school. This whole like waking up early thing is taking me a while to get used to. And then we had our whole day. So after school, we had a staff meeting directly after, and then we had back to school night. So it was a virtual, so I don't really have like too many fun things to say about back to school night. We just still did it on Zoom. I had my presentation, but it's not like I like got to make my room cute or like leave cute things for the parents. So hopefully next year I'll be able to do that. Back to school night was from 5 to 7. So we had 2 one-hour sessions. And then after that, my whole staff pretty much went out to dinner and had drinks, which was really fun. I'm super blessed with like an amazing school community, and everyone is just really, really fun and really nice. So we all went out after that. And then by the time we were done, it was like 9 o'clock. So, and I was obviously not in my classroom. So it's been a really good week for us so far. We just finished the day right now at the end of Friday, and truly like my last vlog, I was thrilled. This vlog, I'm thrilled. Like, I'm just hoping that the whole year continues to go smoothly. Like, we're off to a really good start so far, and I just feel really lucky. I had a really rough class last year, and I feel like every single day I just felt defeated, and I didn't want to have fun games. I didn't want to have like fun new projects or crafts or things like that, just because every step of the way was so difficult in terms of our behavior. But this year, because my mind is like turned on, and because like our day just goes so smoothly, I feel like at the end of the day, I have the creative freedom to like think of fun lessons or do fun things, and I really want to do them because my group this year can definitely handle it. And then today we did another one of my favorite lessons. So you guys are getting 2 of my favorite lessons in this video. The first one was the I Am Unique Because lesson, which is based off of the Thelma the Unicorn. And then today we did another one of my favorite lessons with one of my favorite books. So this one is I Like Myself. Such a cute book. I love the illustrations. I like the rhyme scheme that it has. And just, it's a really cute book about how, you know, I like myself no matter what. Even if, you know, I'm having a bad day or even if I look crazy, I still love myself no matter what. So that was really cute, and that kind of introduced our self-portraits. So I really like to do self-portraits with my class. Obviously, it didn't really work with kindergarten, but when I was a student teacher, we did self-portraits, and we do one every single month. And then at the end of the year, I give them like a little book with all of their self-portraits, and they have like a little writing thing that they do that goes with it as well. So we read I Like Myself, and then I taught them how to do self-portraits. And this honestly took like an hour. Like, we were fully into this. Like, we were looking at ourselves on our Chromebooks and really looking at our face and sketching out, you know, what a face looks like and making mistakes and fixing it. And it was just really fun. I was just telling them that, like, you know, our first ones maybe don't look the best, but they will get better. So here are just some of them. Some of them are still in progress. This girl drew a mask on her. I told her that next time I want her to try to draw a face. So we just did step by step all of their little self-portraits. Not everyone finished today, but it will end up being just a perfect thing for our catch-up folder. So next week they can continue coloring it and adding some more detail. But yeah, I did this with my mentor teacher in student teaching and I loved it. So I have taken this idea and I want to do it with my own students. And then I also introduced our free choice stations. So I loved having Friday free choice with my kindergartners, and our Friday free choice in second grade went even better. We had 4 different stations. So you could either do board games, you could do Legos, you could do a directed drawing, a bunch of them on YouTube. I gave them like a little playlist that they could watch. And then the last one was Play-Doh. So they had to choose one of those 4, and they could just, you know, if they decided they didn't like that station, they could move to another one. And we had about 30 minutes at the end of our day to do Friday free choice, and they loved it. They had been looking forward to it all week. So I kind of like amped it up and they were thrilled by it. So that was great. So I was about to end the vlog and then my custodian walked in to clean my classroom. And it was really awkward because I was holding a tripod, but yeah, he didn't ask, I didn't say anything, so we're just gonna move on. But yeah, I didn't get a chance to end this vlog, so I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching. This was our first full week of school, first full week of second grade back from summer, and honestly, it's just been going so well. This next week that we're about to head into right now, we are going to start reading groups and we're going to start a lot more of math instruction and just a lot more, you know, academic lessons. So I'm really looking forward to that. If you aren't already following me on Instagram, you can follow me there. It's just Golden State Educate. I try to post really frequently on stories, and I'm also just posting a lot more there in terms of day-to-day things. Want to catch up on everything we're doing as it's happening? That is a good place to find me. If you aren't already subscribed, please make sure to do so. You can hit the red button down below. Don't forget to interact with this video. If you liked it, you can show me that you did so by giving it a thumbs up. So thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye everyone.